The champion has arrived. What's going on, Kofi Kingston? Oh my God!
You see what I did there?
That is it's weighty.
Shake the snake.
It's weighty.
Do you only have one belt, or do they give you one to carry around and one to bring home?
Tell him, Sam. I don't want to tell him.
It's a championship.
It's a title. You wear a belt around your pants.
Yeah.
You know? A belt holds your pants up. This here is a title. It's a big difference.
Yeah. Is there only one title, or is
this
there a
ain't
spare
gonna fit in your belt loop, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Is there one title, or is there one they
There's
give you to
several
carry
titles.
around?
There's several. This one is the traveling
How they
title, the
display
one
it,
that goes with me. You know, goes wherever I go.
Okay.
Yes.
You do have to carry it everywhere?
I do.
So
yes.
has the magic of being WWE Champion worn off, and now
Never.
it's like, I can't believe I have to carry this 15 pounds
You
around
know,
with
it
me
is a big
everywhere I
first
go.
world problem. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, like, I was kind of looking forward to carrying Daniel Bryan's, like, you know, eco-friendly title. I'm like, you know what? It's going to be real light in the suitcase. This is great.
Daniel Bryan played a character that he was like a nature guy.
Yeah.
So he won the WWE Championship, and he remade the title to all sustainable materials.
Yeah.
Real
You do.
light.
I do,
So,
sure.
like, I was like, man, you know what? He's onto something. You
Yeah.
know, again, like the first world problems. Like, oh, my belt is too heavy in my bag. I got to go through security.
So you have to lug that around.
I do. Yeah.
And you can't check it.
No, you'd be a fool.
Yeah,
Would somebody
It'll
steal it?
happen. Oh, I bet. Oh, it'll go missing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So it goes in the
I
carry-on.
don't want to be that
time.
guy.
No.
You know, I always take it with me everywhere I go.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you guys? You've got to be excited. I don't know if it was the last time I saw you at Madison Square Garden, but you went to Madison Square Garden 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And almost had a moment where like you were gonna achieve the levels of success that you've achieved now.
Right.
We all thought you were. That kind of vanished right after Madison Square Garden.
Right.
But
What happened? You went away?
No, so a dastardly man by the name of Randy Orton. So he and I were having this rivalry back and forth, and like Sam was saying, it ended up like in MSG, me putting him through a table. And one for my career, like iconic moment, you know what I mean? A highlight of my career. And, you know, the way things go, when you have these moments, you kind of keep on climbing the ladder and you go, you know, to becoming the WWE champion. And Randy didn't like me. So this is like not like a storyline thing at all.
Right.
You know?
You mean
So
for real he didn't like you?
This is for real. Like he, you know, didn't want me to get to this point. So at the time Randy was on top. So he kind of went to a couple of people and you know, expressed his dismay for me, and then before you knew it, I was kind of going back down. And I've had like a decent career, you know. I've done a lot of great things, but never quite got here until WrestleMania this past.
Why didn't he
April.
like you?
I don't know. I think I'm a likable guy. You
Yeah,
know?
you're affable.
You know, gosh,
I'm a lovable chap.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it was, man. You know, we had a match. Where he ended up calling me stupid a lot, you know, in the match, and so.
But again, this is like not storyline. Like
right.
he's not.
He's saying it to you,
right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm saying like, you know, and it's a fine line that we walk like between like what's real and what's not. And even over the years, I've been asked about this, and I'm like, oh well, you know, in the storyline, like we didn't like each other, but now that it's out in the open, you know, I'm very open about it. Like he had a lot to do with why it took me so long to get here, you know, because a lot of things have to go right for you to become WWE champion. You have to be in the right place at the right time, you know, have a lot of great moments, and then be in the good graces of the higher-ups who were making the decisions, and he took me out of those good graces.
So you'd be doing something, and he would just say, "What are you doing, stupid?" Like where only you could hear it.
Yeah, well, but everybody heard it because it was, you know, it was in the ring, you know, so this is one of the things that I get replayed on my Twitter all the time, like up until this whole rivalry is that, oh, remember when Randy called you stupid? He, quote, killed your push. They call it, you know, that's the insider term is the push, you know, when you're getting the push to be in the main event. And that is what happened, you know? So it's kind of poetic that we're here at this point now. I know ever since I won the WWE Championship, this was always the rivalry that I wanted because I feel like it's important, especially in life. We all have people who have tried to hold you down or prevent you from getting to where you want to be. And, you know, for me to look somebody in the face and say, you were wrong about me all these years, man, because now here I am and here you are trying to get what I have. You know, it's very poetic and full circle. And that took place at Madison Square Garden the last time that WWE was televised in Madison Square Garden. here 10 years ago, and now we're going to be on the cusp of doing it again.
Oh, you're wrestling him again?
Yes, yes. Okay. We're deep. We're in the thick of it right now, with our rivalry. So, so we'll see.
I was thinking about that a lot because now it is a storyline, right? Like now you are actually having matches and part of this rivalry. Sure. How do you look at a person like in the face? You're talking about this real life stuff that people are aware of, so it's part of a storyline now. How do you not just look at him and go, like, I don't want to cooperate with you right now. I want to kill you because you took food off my table,
right?
Off my family's table.
And in the same vein, like now that's kind of where we're at. Like business is business. You come to work and you probably have a bunch of people who you don't want to see and you don't want to work with.
Oh, yeah.
Same exact thing. Everybody, people go to school. You don't want to see certain people. You have certain teachers you like, certain teachers you don't like. But at the end of the day, like it's my job to go out there and perform. But there is that element of reality behind this, and I think the best storylines always hinge on that little bit of reality that's also going on. You look at Edge back in the day and Matt Hardy.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So there's just like it's cool to be in that spot. To have been around so long that the old stuff that you did is still significant to this day. So
have you said to him like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, why did you do that to me behind the scenes?
I mean, we don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But and we've never had that conversation. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't really. It doesn't, at this point to me, like it doesn't matter because I've overcome it. You know what I'm saying? So for me to look back and wonder why, like the why doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is to be able to stand over him, holding the title, and get that shot, because it's just a picture's worth 1,000 words, Isn't
that crazy about athletes that they have this tunnel vision that like I don't think you or I can understand? Like you have this tunnel vision of like, well, there's a one goal here, there's a mission, and regardless of everything else going on, you just stick to it and you go forward. And if you're succeeding, then everything's going right. Like I think you or I, Jim, would just be sitting there obsessing over the fact that somebody was like politicking and being shitty.
This is the first I'm hearing of this, and it's annoying me.
And good, and as it should, because that's what we do. Like we evoke emotion as WWE superstars and storytellers. Like that's like I said, man, the best storylines always have a bit of reality involved in them. So it's awesome to be a part of that.
Kofi brought up Edge and Matt Hardy. I don't know if you're familiar with that storyline from a few years ago.
I am,
but then I'll explain it to you for the sake of the audience. But like Edge legit had an affair with Matt Hardy's legit girlfriend, who was a performer on the show. Like they were all performers on the show, but Matt Hardy was away with an injury and she started sleeping with Edge in real life. And it became a thing that the internet kind of became aware of.
How'd they get caught?
I think voicemails or texts or something like that. One of the old classic ways.
That'll do it.
Your beeper.
Yeah. But because everybody knew on the internet, they were like, all right, let's make a storyline out of it. And they had them like actually.
Now, did they ever make up for real? Or
I have no idea.
Guts?
No idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I know both of them very well, and they're both.
They've moved on.
In good places in their lives,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Edge has an amazing family. He's with Beth Phoenix is his wife, and she's an amazing person. They have amazing kids. Same thing, Matt Hardy's, him and his wife and his kids are awesome too. So, I mean, like, it's
Does
about
the girl
where you
still
are now,
wrestle?
I suppose. Which one, Lita?
The woman who is the girlfriend.
She does not with us anyway. I don't know if
I don't think she wrestles. She's around, but she doesn't wrestle.
She's doing stuff. She's in a band, So,
okay.
Yeah.
Was that a well-informed wrestling question? Does the girl still wrestle?
It's not as good, and it wasn't that well worded either.
Probably not. I just wondering what happened.
We also didn't really. We had a non-answer for you because we don't really know. Like, why is he asking this? I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, neither one of us thought that was the question that was going to come.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where everybody is now. I'm getting caught up.
Where are they
now? Have you figured out the sneaker hookup yet? Because I know you. I could tell you've been working on this. You wrestle in sneakers. I told somebody. Yeah. So Kofi, he wrestles in like popular and new sneakers, and I told somebody who just doesn't know anything about wrestling but knows a lot about sneakers. I was like, yeah, Kofi was wearing the Fear of Gods, which are these new sneakers, and he goes, he wrestled in those? They're not even comfortable.
They're actually not bad.
I was like, but they look cool.
Yeah, they look cool, and they're actually not bad. They're pretty lightweight, the Fear of God ones, and I paid a lot more than the retail actually was. So that part, like I still the sneakerhead in me is like, why am I wearing these? I'm like, no, it's okay, it's a write off. Trying to justify it.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoy sneaker culture quite a bit, man. As you know, I mean, even right now, I've got these the 50th anniversary of Woodstock with Adidas and Consortium and nice kicks, a little collaboration, tie-dye on the uppers, you know what I'm saying? So I've become more and more of a sneakerhead, especially being able to wear sneakers in the ring. There was a point in time, and we joke about this, where Bill DeMott used to be our trainer down in Deep South in Atlanta, and he would require all of his students to wear boots, like actual wrestling boots, and my athleticism went down by like 75%.
Really?
Yeah, man, I can't wrestle in boots, man. Like I was sliding all over the place, like they were heavy on my feet. I just felt like an oaf, Kofi the Oaf, could have been my moniker. But luckily I can wear sneakers out there because I mean, we played pickup basketball growing up, and you did everything in sneakers. Why wouldn't you wrestle in sneakers?
What's the most you ever spent on a pair of sneakers?
Woo! Well, probably the Fear of Gods that I'm wearing right now. A little over $1,000. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I've had addictions to stuff or habits or things.
But you also probably can't like search online for the best price and like you need them right now.
Exactly.
So you got to go to the store, which is going to be the highest price you're going to find.
It's crazy. And then so actually the Fear of Gods that I wore before, the orange ones. So me, Woods, and E figured out we were going to be on the pay-per-view together. So we're like, we should get new outfits. And I asked them if they wanted to do like the green ones, the green or the orange. I sent them both shoes. I'm like, which ones do you want to like center these our color scheme around? They picked the orange one. So I was like, okay. So I ordered that, and it ended up being like pretty pricey from StockX, and StockX is a place where you can order cool sneakers, and then you ship them to the headquarters. They verify them, and then they ship them to you. So it's an extra long process for the delivery. I didn't realize that it was going to take longer to get to me. It was going to get to me after the pay-per-view. So I had them already ordered.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, no. So then I went on to like flightclub.com.
Yeah.
Ordered another pair, expensive. Had to get like the rush delivery, So then I ended up like selling them back for a little bit less than I paid for them, but still, like it was stressful.
You sold them back to where?
To StockX. So you can buy and sell sneakers on StockX. Yeah, it's great.
But you got away with being like, no, these are dead stock. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, man.
Did you think to yourself, like, I could probably find a sneakerhead and a wrestling fan that's like, these are, you just pass him off as ring worn? Or?
I don't. And then that's the other thing is like, I keep all my sneakers, man. Like I have every single pair of sneakers that I've ever worn in like bins in my house. It's bad.
Wait, you mean everyone you've worn when you're working?
When I've worn, yeah. So, and then even, it's a problem.
The best,
it really is a problem.
The most satisfying sneaker moment, and I don't care about sneakers at all, was our friend Rich Voss is a person who really, there's something wrong with him, the way he communicates, was at the Comedy Cellar, somebody came up with the new sneakers. They had like really nice ones, and they were so proud of them. And he's like, those are fucking ugly. And to watch somebody try to justify how nice their new, and then try to qualify. Well, no, these are the new, and he's like, they're fucking ugly. It's like, good.
By the way, Rich Voss he's been in comedy for
30 years.
I was gonna say 70.
Yeah.
But
2 weeks.
30 years. So we convinced Jim to do one of his comedy specials a couple years ago in fake Yeezys.
Yeah, I paid $20.
Like really,
wow.
like fake Yeezys from Amazon, like really fake.
So
like
you could actually tell.
No, not really.
Oh, no. Well, no, okay.
But it just looked like he was wearing black shoes.
Yeah.
On the special, it was just
yeah.
more for like us,
Sure,
and the radio fans, like knowing like these are.
Yeah.
But when you looked at them in person, you could really tell they were fake.
Yeah.
And Rich considers himself a sneaker aficionado, even though he's not.
He's not at all. No, he's not.
And so,
but some of these fakes you can't tell, man. Like
these
that's crazy.
ones came in an unmarked box with like Korean
Chinese
writing
lettering or something.
written on them in a Sharpie.
It was a plain cardboard box.
Yeah.
So Jim ordered like how many pairs?
I ordered like 5 pairs because I have weird feet, so I didn't know what size would fit. And I was shooting, so I'm like, just get the sizes. One of them will fit.
And they're $20 shoes.
$20
So who knows what size
there
it
you go.
was?
Yeah.
But we had Rich on the air, and we were like, Rich, like Jim has a whole bunch of extra Yeezys, and they're the black ones. They go for a lot of money. And he goes, "You got them?" And Jim's like, "Yeah, I never wore them. I don't know what they are. If you want them, take them. You can try to sell them.
And you got to give me, we'll split the money if you can sell them, yeah.
We actually got him to go to a sneaker store.
No.
With the fake $20 feces from Amazon.
Oh, my gosh.
And he said, poor boss, he walks into the sneaker store. He's a man of a certain age. He's an adult man.
He's 61 years old.
He walks into the sneaker store. He's got all his like rings on and everything. Yeah. And he goes like, yeah, how much can I get for these? And the guy, literally, he opens the box. He doesn't even pull them out. And he goes, these are fake.
Got him.
Go away with his head down.
Oh, that's great.
But so you don't have, people haven't like reached out to you yet and been like, why don't we just send you free sneakers? Or is it because you have specific tastes that you can't?
I don't mind paying for them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I enjoy like the thrill of the chase, you know, and thinking about a sneaker that I want, and then like having to go through the whole process of like, you know, okay, do I want to clash with this outfit or do I want it to color coordinate perfectly? And then I like the main thing is that like I need it when I need it, so I can't like haggle with people like, okay, well I'll give you this, I'll give you you know, I don't have it in me.
You're an impulse buyer. I gotta have it.
Yeah. When I want it when I want it.
And the other thing about StockX, this got my wife like furious one year because she also didn't realize the system. Like it's a website, it's like eBay for sneakers, but it's super verified. Yeah. So you know you're not getting fakes because there's so many fakes out there. But like Kofi said, they send it to the warehouse, they verify the sneakers, then they send it to you. So it takes like 2 weeks instead of 5 days.
So they know that you're not getting crap.
But lots of times, when they verified it at the warehouse, they're like, these are fake, and you don't get anything. You get your money back.
Right.
But, like, Jess tried to get me some sneakers, and she was losing her mind because right before Christmas, they were like, these are fake, and there goes the gift.
And
like,
then,
it's just like
what
there's
do?
nothing.
Right.
And she had to go and find the sneakers at one of these other spots and pay, like, 2 times as much.
Why not just get the fakes? I mean, I talked to a girl about purses. I'm like, who fucking cares? It looks the same.
I know. It's crazy,
especially
man.
when you're putting kick pads over them, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you barely even see mine. You know, the thing, and this is funny too, is that so back in the day, we'd always get clowned for wearing like different brands, right? Like, so if you wear like Nike pants with Adidas shoes, you'd be perpetrating and you couldn't do it. So like, in my mind, still to this day, it's like, it's hard to do that. But like right now, I'm wearing this Nike jumpsuit and these Adidas sneakers because I love the sneakers so much. I didn't even realize that they like I was clashing until I walked out the door. I'm like, I don't care. Like this is like so liberating, you know? But, like, yeah, man.
You've gotten to that place.
Yeah, I'm not quite there where I can wear the fakes just yet. Yeah. You know, but some of them, like I said, man, you can't tell. Like some of them are so well done. They're made by the same companies and factories and, you know, overseas. So.
I'd wear the fakes if they were spelled wrong. I wouldn't care. I could care less.
But here's the problem too. Like, not only are you the WWE champion, so you're like the top of the heap, but you're also like cementing yourself and trying to, I think, as the #1 sneaker guy in WWE. Yeah. So if you get caught, and you will get caught wearing fakes. Because people love, I mean, there are Instagram accounts dedicated
You'll be clowned.
to celebrities wearing fake sneakers.
Really?
Oh my, man. And they're the best. They're
Some
Can
people
you
submit
don't like
your own
them.
photos to that?
Just trying to get this
all over.
But like you can't, like, especially now you're in a position. Can you imagine going to the ring and like, you know, people check like the Jordan logo is like not quite right, and they're like, no, look at that toe box. No,
caught. You will get caught. And I remember in 4th grade, a horror story. My parents would only buy me sneakers from Payless, you know, and I got a pair of sneakers that looked like the Larry Johnsons that came out, you know, the LJs. And I went the first day of school, and I'm wearing them. Everyone's like, "Oh, you got the LJs on?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then like at lunchtime, they looked a little closer and realized they were what we call bobos, you know, fakes. And then I was just clown the whole day. So I'm still like traumatized. That was 4th grade,
you
man.
never get over that.
30 years ago.
Do you watch Atlanta?
A little bit. Woods and E are really big into it.
There's literally an episode about like two kids, Donald Glover's character. They go back in time to like 4th grade. And he and another kid in class show up in matching FUBU shirts.
Oh, nice.
But the threading isn't quite right on one of them. So they spend the whole day, and both of them are panicked trying to figure out who's wearing the fake because it's over. It's over if you get caught wearing the fake.
Isn't it funny? The thread is how you figure out a lot of these are fakes with sweatshirts. But it's like, who cares? I know. I guess they do, but I wouldn't give a shit at all.
And you shouldn't care, right? Like you really shouldn't. But I don't know, man. We're brainwashed.
I prefer it fake. I mean, believe me, every time a girl's ever had an orgasm, you think I bought it?
You don't care.
I know what they're doing.
Yeah. It sounds the same.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Are you a little OCD with I mean,
collecting?
He certainly is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, it depends on what it is. There are some sneakers that like I just won't wear. Like I have a pair of Adidas NMD Masterminds that I got. So I rarely, only up until recently have I paid like top dollar for sneakers. I refused to do it like back in the day, and these ones used to go for so much. And then we ended up doing an episode of like sneaker shopping at Flight Club that was paid for by the company. Like, you can get whatever shoes you want. I was like, oh, how about these? And I'm like, oh, sure.
You knew exactly what you were going for too, right?
So now I have those Masterminds, but to this day I've never worn them, and it's been like 3 years.
You just play them?
I just You do? No, I just have them. Well, I have them in my closet. Okay. Yeah. So they're not even like really displayed. They're like
they're just like in the box.
I know, they're still in the box. I know that they're there, and I just can't like. I don't know. I have to find the like proper occasion to wear them. A situation where I know what my day is going to be, where I'm not going to be on like, say, a baseball field, where there's like that, orange dirt that's going to ruin my sneakers. I have to like plan it all out. So,
but that people are going to see you doing so. You're also not just sitting around the house, right?
Yeah,
like people have to see it. But under the right conditions.
Exactly. It has to be just right, man. It has to be just right.
Collecting is weird because I collect other types of things. It really is just like hoarding, but like 1,000 years advanced mentally. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just hoarding good stuff.
Yeah, like I have to double up every pair of sneakers. Have to.
Yeah.
I have to have a second pair. Like, it used to just be like, you know what? First it was like, I'm never going to do that. Then it was like, let me just get 2 of the really nice ones. And now literally every single pair. Like I got a pair that were way tougher to get than I think people thought it would be like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I got it off the app. I got them for retail and everything. And I've seen people wearing it. I'm like, these are amazing. And I can't wear them because I couldn't find my second pair. I drove all around my neighborhood looking for you have to go at the right time, hoping that people don't pick up the ones that they won in their raffles. Right. Nobody had them. So now they're just sitting there, and I'm going like, I want to wear them, but I don't have the second pair, so I can't break them out.
Can't you always go back and get them? I mean, these are all gettable things.
What if you can't? But what if it's not a gettable thing?
Right.
What if you don't have it?
These ones I got off the app, and that's my other rule, is that if I have to like go online to get the second pair, because I can 100,000, 10,000% verify these ones are legit because I got them off the app. There's no more legit shoe in the world. I'm going to wear the other pair. Right. Not the one that I got off the app.
Right,
so the one I got off the app has to sit there and wait till I figure out what to do to get the second pair.
And it doesn't even bring joy. Like, I know, like your stuff is sits in the closet, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And why?
Even like, especially with sneakers too, like wearing them around, like it's not fun because I don't want anyone to step on my sneaker.
You don't want to bend them a certain way.
I don't want to bend them, So what was it? Puma came out with the Walking Dead sneakers, and they actually had like dirt scuff marks on them, like painted on.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the greatest thing in the world. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. I can like scuff them up like it's supposed to look like this. So yeah, it's a dangerous game, man.
Yeah, but wait till you get to the place where you're like, but now my scuff mark is scuffed. That's not that's not the original scuff mark, and you're like driving yourself crazy. It's weird, but I mean, you get it from all your like
from other stuff,
Yeah,
like these sneakers I've had for probably a year and a half. Like I have a hard time finding them, and I love the fact that I don't give a shit about sneakers because that's an expensive.
It is.
I watch him going crazy on the app, and that's just funny to me. Like I hope you don't get them.
Like you understand it enough to hope that I fail.
I completely get it. Yeah, just not with that. With other stuff.
Right. Man. Totally.
Oof. Dangerous game, bro.
When you get to a place, right? Like I feel like out of everybody, really, you've probably had the best post WrestleMania season in WWE. Because the thing, like, about Kofi is that you won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, but like we were talking about, like you're a guy who spent years in this kind of position in WWE of, well, people love him and he's amazing.
Yeah,
he's not ever going to be the WWE Champion. Like this is not a guy who's ever going to be in the main event.
Right.
And then fan support picked up, and it was just the moment and the timing, and you got your moment. Other people have gotten that moment, and they get the moment, and more often than not, those moments end up being like just those moments, right? It's not a long thing. It's just like, this moment is amazing, and then we end up moving on to the next thing.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like for you, the momentum hasn't died down at all. You know what I mean? You're still the champion months later. Do you feel that? And how do you gauge success in pro wrestling?
For me, like you said, things happen so fast. I mean, the first example that came to my mind was Zack Ryder at WrestleMania winning the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
You know, his dad was in the ring. It's such a beautiful moment. And then less than 24 hours later, losing it, you know? So in the back of my mind, I was like, man, this was a great moment. Like, are they going to do me like this? You know, am I going to lose the next day? Are we just going to have the moment? And then all of a sudden we didn't, you know? And
isn't that amazing, though, that you don't know?
Yeah.
Like, you're sitting there, you're enjoying the moment, your kids are in the ring with you, and you know, as a performer, you're like, it could just be this moment. It could just be tonight.
And you enjoy it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because like you were saying, it's been a lifelong goal and dream for me to be in this position. You know, I still get like, I'm looking at my name on the WWE Championship and I'm still just like, wow, I can't believe this has happened. But yeah, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know like how long it's going to last. The most important thing for me with this title reign was making sure that it was significant, you know, and taking on guys like the Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler's and Samoa Joe's and now Randy Orton, like Daniel Bryan, and making sure that like this reign was a great reign, you know, like I wanted it to be like, you know, I didn't want it to just be something where I just show up every week and have the title and like don't defend it, because what's the point, you know? Like, why would we do that? So I just want to make this one count, you know, because it's been very serendipitous that I'm even here right now. If Ali doesn't get hurt, you know, I don't get put in that gauntlet match, I don't get put in the elimination chamber, the fans don't get to show the support, and the higher ups don't get to see how much the fans wanted this moment to happen, and then it probably doesn't happen. I don't even know if I'd be on the card if Ali doesn't get hurt. I wouldn't be on WrestleMania. We didn't have anything going on. You know what I mean? We probably would have been doing something, maybe like a backstage or something that you would have forgotten about by now. Right. But it's been really cool to have all of these things happen just serendipitously, like going back to Ghana with this title. I hadn't been to Ghana in 26 years.
And that's where you're from.
Yeah, it's where I was born. And, you know, before that 26 years was when I was born there. So
how long did you live there before you came? Sorry.
I came to the States when I was like a year or two old.
Okay.
So, you know, I've been in the States for a very, very long time, but I got to go back in fourth grade and meet like my family is huge over there. So it was awesome to go back. And then again, even awesomer to go back as WWE champion, because I say it all the time, like Kofi is a real unique name over here, but over in Ghana it's like Mike or John,
Bill Smith,
you know, like that. So to be able to go back and show Ghanaian children that the WWE Championship has a popular Ghanaian name on it, like to see the motivation, like to see like the wheels turning in their eyes, like, oh my God, like anything is possible. Like if Kofi can do this, maybe I can do whatever I want to do. And like to me, get like emotional thinking about it, but it's like that's the most important thing, you know, to be able to provide motivation for people to go out and follow their dreams and achieve their dreams, because it's the greatest thing in the world, man. When you're living out your childhood dream, like there literally is no better feeling, man. Like you feel like you're on top of the world, man. Like it's awesome. So
how big was the reception for you when you went over there?
And just so crazy. And we did a 24 documentary on the WWE Network, which you can still watch. But as amazing as the documentary was, it didn't even capture like half of the energy that I felt when I was over there. Like even at the airport, like people, there was a big band, everyone's like dancing out there, and like, oh, just so incredible. We had to, I couldn't go
And this was not
anywhere.
like when a big band shows up, this is not the WWE setting this up for you. This is like the state putting this on for you.
Did you know that was going to happen or no?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
No, and I knew it was going to be like a good reception of me, but even like getting off the plane, like everyone's there like interviewing me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be really cool. And then getting out there and then seeing everybody just at the top of their lungs and like yelling and just elated to see me as WWE champion was like so humbling, because at the end of the day, like I'm just a dude who had the courage to follow his dream, you know? So like I'm just a guy, you know, like anybody else. So again, like to be in that position where I can like motivate people and you know, just to go out and be the best versions of themselves, like that to me is what life is all about, going out and seizing life.
It's like when we were Kings, when Ali got off the plane, and Foreman got like almost no reception at all. That must have sucked.
Yeah, man. We couldn't go anywhere, man. So I had like 10 security guards at all times. They'd walk in a circle holding each other's hands, and we went to my parents' like home villages, where they grew up, and everybody just everywhere we went, they were and just they couldn't get in. They wanted to just like get a touch on me, and like just so incredible to be at the center of that.
So
moment,
security wasn't to protect you from anything bad. It was just to kind of keep people from
so you could move.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all it was. Everyone was like so excited, and always obviously like respectful too, and just so happy to see that like that joy in people's faces, like to have that impact on somebody's life as a human being. There's nothing better than that.
Did you have any idea how? I mean, you must have known. Okay, there's not that many people globally famous at the top of their game from Ghana.
Yeah.
But were you aware how well liked you were in Ghana? Like, did you have any idea how big that reception was going to be?
My mom would always say like, everyone loves you over there. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, Mom, that's just her mom being proud of her son. But I had no idea it was going to be nearly as big as it was. So they declared this year as the year of return, where they invited members of Ghanaian diaspora and African diaspora to come back to Ghana and get reacclimated with their roots. They invite everybody from everywhere this year. So this, out of all the years that they could have declared that, the president declared it, the year of the return, happens to be the year that I win the WWE Championship. It's crazy. Like I said, man, just so serendipitous for me to be in that position. And it was more than anything I could have ever imagined. It was just so surreal, and it feels like it was such a long time ago, but it was like just in June.
Right.
But we've done so much, but even still, like talking about it, my mind is just blown. Like,
did you meet the president there?
That impact. I did. I met the president, man.
Wow.
I met the Ashanti King, who's probably the most respected, individual in all of Ghana, next to the president, or probably like on the same level. It's crazy because I'm just a dude, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a guy. So to be able to, and shake hands with the president, and then, we gave him like a replica title belt, and to see like the excitement on his face when he's got like a title, it was like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, this is the president of the country, man. And we're just sitting here like talking like two dudes, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Crazy.
And you grew up in Boston.
Yeah.
After, obviously you born in Ghana, and then you were, so... Are you excited about Antonio Brown?
Oh, see, I wasn't going to bring it up.
Right.
But, since y'all want to bring it up, I mean, come on, man. I'm telling you, so it's almost like it's icing on a cake that already has the best icing on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's double icing.
Yeah, double icing. But
Yeah.
my kids, like, so we go to this shop called Skull and Cake Bones, and they have this amazing vegan cupcakes and confectionery thing. So they're always excited about the cupcakes, but they just eat all the frosting off,
Right.
And I'm like, don't eat all the frosting, but it's okay if you eat all the frosting, because we got this Antonio Brown frosting right here.
There's so much
we can
frosting.
put back on another cake. It's incredible, man. It's awesome, man. I can't wait.
So when all this was happening with Antonio Brown over the weekend, I was at my parents' house, and my sister's husband was there, and he's from Boston too.
Yeah.
And so he's like a huge Patriots fan. And before he was signed to the Patriots, because this all happened over the course of like 30 minutes.
Right.
But like when he got released from the Raiders, he's going like, well, of course they're going to release him. Like, this guy has no idea what he's doing. Like, he's problematic. He's this, he's that. And then he goes to the Patriots. He's like, I think he's going to be a really good addition. I think
we're
if
booming.
anybody can handle him, it's the Patriots, and this is going to be great for everyone.
Of course.
When
man.
it's your team, it doesn't. I don't like the guy, but if he was going to be a Cowboy, I wouldn't care.
Of course.
man. There's
I don't care
talent,
what he
man.
does off the field.
Yeah, and the thing about it too is that like I mean, who knows like what's real and what's not. I'm really big in like not really believing everything that we see, because people like to sensationalize everything, and
Especially when he's one of your guys, right?
well, now that he's one of our guys, we gotta bring him under the fold. But New England is classic. We're always known for giving people second chances. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Randy Moss, same thing. Oh, Corey Dillon's at the end of his rope. He's never gonna be anything. You know what I'm saying? So like we have a habit of just like people like to win. So they come to New England. That's
Right.
if you want to win, you come to New England. That's all it is. It's football, man. So,
Do you believe in the conspiracy theories? There's a lot of Antonio conspiracy theories about this all being.
Who's to say? People called him he's a clown. He's out there clowning. Is he a clown or is he a genius?
Right.
You know, is he a genius? Has he been pulling the strings? Is he the puppet master? You know, that's pulling all these strings and making it an entertaining ride for everyone to watch this whole time.
Increasing his value. Increasing his value.
I still think the Patriots made a mistake letting Drew Bledsoe go.
Oh, you do.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know.
Want more Jim and Sam? Catch up with full episodes and interviews from celebrity guests anytime on demand using the SiriusXM app.